Hey, high levelers, Rayo Daniel here. And what I want to do is I want to bring you something. I want to bring you a free tool here that's going to help you out with AI employee. Now, as I keep talking to my affiliates about AI employee, I keep talking to them about different ways that you can use AI employee. And just real quick, AI employee can be used in either one of two ways. Number one, if you turn on AI employee, enable it at the agency level, then that particular person is set up as pay as you go. Okay, if you give them access and they start using it, they're on a sort of pay as you go plan. And there's a cost associated with that for each particular item that you have. Now, what I get a lot of questions about is whenever you start using it, when should you switch somebody to unlimited? Or should you start with unlimited right from the very beginning? And then, of course, we have the question of always, if you switch to unlimited, then do you just resell it to them and actually let them purchase it themselves? Or do you package it as part of your total SaaS solution? That last question is really going to be on you and how you want to do it. That's, again, I don't want to tell you about how to run your business, but what I want to do is give you just like a really quick calculator that's going to help you out with just being able to determine if a particular client is going to need the unlimited package for AI employee or not. So let's hop into it and take a quick look. This is not going to take a long time. Let's hop in here. So real quick, this is just a help article regarding the AI employee overview. So I wanted to show this to you because this right here, these 6 items right here are the core of the AI employee: voice AI, conversation AI, funnel website AI, content AI, reviews AI, and workflow AI. Now, I'm a fan of some of these, and some of these I don't really even use. I'm just going to let you know. So right now we're going to talk about that. We'll talk about the calculator, but these are the 6 components of AI employee that represent the unlimited package and what you can use unlimited wise or not. So right now, what I've done here, and this right here is just a real quick calculator that is going to help us figure some things out. And let me explain to you what I've got here. So right now, this little header is just a high level service. So these are all the 6 services right here. And I'm going to try to blow these up just a little bit here to make it easier for everybody there at home. But here's all the voice, conversation, reviews, AI, and so forth. Here's what high level charges you for this. Now, if you don't know, you can look these charges up. These are all posted in the document, or I actually look these up in the SaaS configurator, whatever you want to do. But these right here are what high level charges you. Now, again, the voice AI, this is 13 cents. They charge that per minute. So it's good to understand how each charge is charged. So voice AI is charged per minute. Conversation AI is charged per response. So again, with conversation AI, if you remember the text chat widget or things like that, or the WhatsApp widget, every time a reply is given, that's when you get charged 2 cents. Okay, so just keep that in mind. That's why it's helpful to limit the conversation AI, how many of those that you can have back and forth, because that's going to ultimately chew up a lot of your time. But if you're on the limited plan, who cares? So next is going to be review AI. So somebody leaves you a Google review, the review AI system automatically responds back to that particular request after a certain period, given certain conditions. And then this is how much it costs. It costs 8 cents per reply. Very reasonable on the reviews AI, but it costs. And depending upon the number of reviews, if you're doing review management, that can add up. Now, content AI, this is one of those things where I really don't use a lot of content AI myself inside of high level, but you may be a social media content creator, you may be a blogger, you may be something like that wants to produce all this. Regardless, if you do, it's going to cost you 9 cents per usage on the content AI. Workflow AI, if you want to use that little workflow AI function, which I haven't really done myself, I haven't really found a need to, because I can read and understand the workflows myself perfectly fine. So I've never really needed to do that, but that's 3 cents a usage. And then funnel AI is 99 cents per usage. So if you want to have it build a funnel for you or a website, which I think the website is still not out right now as of this video, just the funnel AI is out. But if you do it, then again, you're probably not going to be using the funnel and website AIs a whole lot to make it really count toward usage every month. Okay. So that is the charges. Now, here's the thing where the calculator gets a little bit more messed up, because here I'm moving forward, assuming that you have the SaaS Agency Pro account, or the SaaS Pro, Agency Pro, whatever you want to call it, because right now I'm actually looking at calculating the rebilling factor with that. Now, if not, you could take this calculator. By the way, the link is going to be in the description of the video here, so you guys can just download it, play with it, do whatever you want to with it. But right now I'm actually including rebilling with mine. If you don't want to include rebilling, then your costs are going to be much less. Okay. So right now, this is just where we're at. So we've got all of these charges. Here's what the high level charge is. Agency rebilling. These are the values that we're actually charging the customer or your customer, because we're rebilling, and we're rebilling here. The rebilling multiplier is right here. So we're using a rebilling multiplier of 3. So we can come in and change that rebilling multiplier and then see again how much we're looking at earning. Now this right here, I still have this column. This is how much the agency, your agency, meaning you, make per usage from this. Now I can sit back and figure this up here, But this right here is really, I don't really want to look at your agency profit from this. I'm really looking to figure out cost for this. So right now, when should you leave a particular customer at the pay per usage, or when should you switch them over to the Agency Pro? Okay. Does that make sense? Sorry, when should you switch them over to unlimited, or just leave them at pay as you go? So right now, again, we've got multiplier of 3. This is what we're billing the customer. And these right here are our usage factors. So here we're going to be, again, I'm not going to be focused on content AI, funnel AI, or workflow AI. Those 3 I just zeroed out because right now, let's just assume you're not going to use them. Let's just say you have an AI agency that, that you're doing, and maybe you're doing review management at the same time. So you've got both of those connections, or both of those packages or services together. And this is what you're going to end up having. Okay. So voice AI, what does this mean? So this means that they have 250 minutes per month on a particular phone call. Now think about that. That's relatively low. Okay. So if you think about this, if you do the math in the calculator, if there are 5 minutes, typical 5 minutes per phone call from the AI system going back and forth, then that means you're going to be dealing with 50 phone calls here. So 250, again, divided by 5 for 5 minutes. So that's 50 phone calls is what you're allowed to get on this billing plan. So if the person gets more than 50 phone calls, you will have to adjust the number of minutes that they have here. Okay. Conversation AI. So it depends on if you're doing Facebook, if you're doing Instagram, if you're doing the website chat widget, the live widget, the WhatsApp widget, all of those are valid channels for conversation AI. So if you're doing that, then this is how much per conversations that you would need to have. 250. So 250 separate responses. Now keep this in mind. Remember before when we say by default, I think the conversation AI has a setting of 10, meaning it'll go back and have 10 conversations before it ends the conversation AI. So let's just say we leave it as default. Say we leave it at 10. That means we have 25 website visitors per month that ask a question. Okay. Again, very low usage there. If you're really dealing with something and they're getting a lot of traffic to their website, it could be 100 people. It could be hundreds of people all hitting the website chat widget. So this is just one of those things that you're going to have to monitor and figure out for yourself. And then last but not least, these are the reviews. These are pretty easy to calculate. How many reviews is this people getting every month? Right here, I've got 50. Now, if they're getting more than that, if they're doing a higher volume, 50, 75, 80, 100, then now we see what you can just simply adjust the numbers here. So this is where you plug in the usage information. Now, after all that, it becomes pretty straightforward. So all we're doing here for this usage cost right here, which we see is $124.50, we're already beyond the $97 per month plan that it would cost to go to unlimited. So whenever we do that, this is what we're looking at here. We're going to have to take this agency rebilling. Again, I'm using rebilling here with a factor of 3. Now, if I wanted to, let's go ahead and assume that we were not rebilling. Okay. And we can do that simply by coming here to the multiplier and then changing this to 1. So if we change it to 1, notice that the agency profit goes to 0. That makes sense. Because if you're not rebilling, you're not charging more, there is no profit. You're just charging the actual cost of that particular service, which again, that seems to be a waste. You could do 1.5 at least minimum, 2 minimum or something like that. But let's just say that these were the charges that you're going to have on them for this, that this cost right here, their pay per usage cost, just flat out for their usage, would be $41.50. Now, that is less than the unlimited plan. Okay. But keep in mind, again, you're giving them all of these cool features at a very cheap price, what Highlevel gives you the cost for. Okay. So that right there is just something to consider. But let's just say we want to come here, and what would happen if we want to do a rebuilding factor of 2? So if we did that, we would start getting some profit in over here. And again, if we take a look here, you can easily factor this profit by just taking this number right here, multiplying it by the minutes and doing all this other kinds of cool stuff for this as well. But now you see that the usage charges is $83. Okay. So this right here, again, I wanted to give you guys something here that can help you understand AI, pay as you go versus unlimited. When should I switch over, or should I just start with unlimited from the very beginning? I get this all the time with people who are looking to implement AI employee. Now, I'm going to have just a second for my plug here. It is possible that if you have not turned on AI employee, that you could become an affiliate of mine. My affiliate code is registered for AI employee in the video description. If you use my code, which is just Ray O'Daniel all together, if you use that initially when you set up your AI employee and register it, you only get to do that once. Once you do it once, if you do use it, I'll know about it. For it, I'll see it. But if you move to the unlimited plan, then you will actually become an affiliate of mine and get all my bonuses and so forth, even if you're at the Agency Pro plan already. So that's just my plug. Look at the video description and you can get all that. But hopefully that's at least able for you guys to see how you would utilize this. Now, if you wanted to, I'm going to sit back, and if I wanted to copy this, come over here and paste it. Let's just say we were doing agency profit. Again, it's always good to know what your profit is, but right now the profit is going to be based on this column. So right now, if we're going to be doing this, we're going to have to remove that. I'm going to do a little bit of just Excel fun here. So I'm going to take the voice AI, which is how much we're making. We're doing the rebuilding multiplier of 2, which means we're making 13 cents a minute off of it. I'm going to multiply that by the number of minutes. Then I'm going to add the conversation AI, multiply that by the conversation AI usage in this column. Then I'm going to add, see, not too bad, the reviews AI, multiply that by the number of reviews in this column, and then add the content AI, multiply that by the value here, which is just going to be 0. So it's just going to be 0. But then we're just going to do this for the other ones as well. This one's for workflow AI. It's going to be 0. And then we're going to add the last one here. And we're going to multiply that by the funnel AI. And then boom. So now you see out of all of this, the usage cost for this is $83. And this right here is the agency profit is $41.50. Now this really completely makes sense because if you're doing twice the billing multiplier, now you just realize that whatever the cost is, you're just charging them twice as much. So this is where you can sit back and play with this and have a little bit of fun. Because again, you can sit back and look at what their costs are here to their usage costs based upon the multiplier. Again, if we go back to 3, notice that now at this point, it's $124.50 and you're making $83 of that. Okay. Because again, the usage charge is just $41, but all you're doing is marking up Highlevel's charges. Again, you've got that little slider scale at the Agency Pro that you can go from 1 all the way to 10x. So this right here is just a real quick calculator that you can use. Just simply look at what your usage cost is, when your client is going to cross the boundary for that usage cost to go to Agency Pro. But I would just urge you, AI is really the buzzword right now. People are looking to pay for this. So just keep in mind, you should be able to make some money on this as well. If you want to sell the high-level services at cost, that's perfectly fine. If you want to include that or raise the cost of your monthly SaaS subscription costs to include the unlimited plan and just factor that cost in, it's yours. Highlevel lets you do any or all of that. But anyway, I just want to give you something to sit back and allow you to calculate that very quick, very easily, play with it. And then that way, now you know when to just turn on the AI employee unlimited plan or when to sit back and leave somebody a pay-as-you-go. If you found the video useful, click on the like button, leave me a comment, subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed. And if you're looking to start up with Highlevel or looking to even upgrade to Agency Pro, I've got links in the video description, 30-day free trial, upgrade link. Please support me, help me out. I appreciate you, and you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.